On the coastway, some 40 miles upstream along the river Chianthar from the Sword Coast, lies the bustling city of Baldur's Gate. Home to tens of thousands, the harbor city has poor soil, but its sheltered bay, well away from the tides that batter the coast, make it an ideal location for trading goods from locations to the west in the Sea of Swords, inland along the river, and up and down the coast. Baldur's Gate is a place of commerce, and the city enjoys great success handling the coins of other powers and making them its own. The city is a bit of a Gotham. Sadly, they have a connection with the dark god Baal. Just a few years ago, the city saw the terrifying return of the Lord of Murder. Even now, murderous echoes ripple through the city and beyond, and the reports of unexplainable, gruesome killings flow from Baldur's Gate. Local law enforcement is less concerned with stopping the murders than they are keeping the trade flowing. Our story begins in the upper city of Baldur's Gate, which is the enclosed haven of the city's nobility, the Patriarchs. Sitting atop their hill, the Patriarchs look down on the rest of Baldur's Gate in every real sense, wielding their wealth and influence to push the Council of Four to protect their lifestyle. The upper city is marked by monumental architecture and large estates of the population's wealthiest. And in a large expanse in the north, known as the Wide, number 2 in our map. By law, all commercial buying and selling not done in a licensed and taxed establishment must be conducted in the Wide, the city's most prominent civic space and public market. Every morning sees an influx of vendors setting up their stalls and taking deliveries from a small army of porters. Every sunset, vendors cart their unsold wares back out, or pay exorbitantly expensive warehouse storage fees. In the hours in between, the Wide hosts a vibrant, crowded market, where fortune tellers and con artists sit beside dealers hawking spices, fish, furs, perfumes, and every other luxury good to be found across the continent and beyond. Despite its crowds, the Wide is well regulated. The Watch keeping a sharp eye out for pickpockets. Street musicians are forbidden on pain of heavy fine and expulsion from the market. It has come to the end of the workday here at the Wide, and our 3 adventurers are being cut from their temporary employ. May not have been the thing you were hoping to see on the job board, but it is the thing that you found. Our 3 adventurers have met each other throughout the day. They have been unloading trucks at the gates of the Wide and bringing them throughout the venue. The business day has come to a conclusion, but the sun is still up. So let me just tell you, your 3 characters have each been issued a credential that is good to get you into the upper city, but come sundown, you would be kicked out if you were still hanging around by the city watch. Let's say that all 3 of you gentlemen have just been cut from your work job today, and how would that conversation go as you're walking away from the job site?
I think I might start with Simon here. He has a look of disdain, kind of dusting off his shoulders, like, ridiculous. Can you believe they don't know who I am?
Hang around with a little bit of work.
Just saying, they don't know who I am.
I don't think anyone knows who you are.
They will one day.
Maybe one day, sir, but right now, no one knows who you are. So you must put in your time and your labor.
I've been putting a lot of labor in myself right now. I do too much labor here, and it's too hard for me. I'm not used to this kind of work. This isn't what I'm used to.
Let's go around and have you guys describe what characters look like.
Viktor von Stein has a black goatee, black hair. But in this setting here, right now, he's wearing tattered clothes, and he looks like a very hard worker. He's smeared with dirt on his face. His hair looks unruly. His beard looks unruly, which is not something he's accustomed to right now. Oddly.
Viktor looks like just your normal, dirty street urchin type you might find drinking in one of the many establishments that serve drinks in the lower city. And what are they looking at with Simon? Let's hear what he looks like.
In most situations, with these labor positions, you'd have those that were dressed for the job, and Simon was not that. When he figured out this job, he wasn't going to disrobe anything. He wanted to show off his leather, and there's these bound rings that keep his clothing tight, but it also keeps him, fit. It's part of his look is to show these things. And so when he knew he had to do this hard labor, he was like take off my stuff. Are you serious? And so he just decided to keep all this stuff on. So as the people that were unloading this stuff, he's holding the box, and it looks like he's doesn't even fit in this, but it's more like a disposition to the job, more so. He didn't take off his cloak. He kept his hood on. It was they probably needed to be shown that they were the people that were available to help, and he was like.
Simon's actually, it's not his first day on the job. He's been doing this temp gig for a couple of weeks off and on. It's not steady for him, but
and each time he does that, he acts the same way. Yeah, he's like the cool guy when he's not even supposed to, there's no cool status with this job. and he's still trying to portray this like cool look, even though there's nothing to. You're a laborer.
You're a laborer. Yeah, you're doing menial shit.
And yet he's still.
The job is easy to get. They'll hire anybody, especially now because trade seems to be on the uptick, which is not out of the ordinary for this time of year. It's early spring. People are just starting to get out of their homes after the winter. So it's been raining. The streets are wet. The streets are paved with some really nice flagstones. Simon is not a stranger to this line of work. However, Viktor and Leonardo, you have not seen them on the job. This is their first day. You kind of have been taking them under your wing and showing them the ropes, and as they've gotten the hang of it today. Let's hear about Leonardo's appearance. Speaking of Leonardo.
Leonardo Lupine is a grayish black tabaxi. Has leather gloves and boots that reach up to the joints, a thin leather vest. You can see like chainmail underneath. And he wears a hat that bears a feather on the top. And on his side, you can see just a single rapier.
Leonardo sort of reminds the other two of you. Looks like a panther. The market atmosphere, it still rages behind you as your backs are to it. Your day of work is done, but everybody has their last shipments for the day now. And so you are done, and as you wish.
You two don't look, fazed by this. It seemed you did okay for your first day.
Thank you. I've worked
Thanks.
hard my entire life.
This isn't really the kind of work I'm used to. I'm more. I do kind of more things like sometimes I do street vendoring stuff.
This is somewhat the same, I think.
No, but I like sell potions sometimes,
Potions.
Viktor, you have particularly noticed as the workday has gone on, there are a lot of bards in the employ of the Wide. So to make it more of a festive atmosphere, they will hire bards, not musicians or poets or any spoken oratory type work, but silent bards, performance art, so as not to detract from the business taking place. But you have seen a lot of bards throughout the day doing their thing, and you may have felt like they should have hired you to be I'm not sure what your performance specific is, but you might have been having feelings that maybe their money would have been better spent on you as a bard instead of a laborer.
Absolutely. Right now, I mean, as these two guys know me, they don't know me as Viktor. They know me as Ludwig.
So your name is Ludwig, and we will refer to you as Ludwig.
I'm Ludwig right now. I'm just a laborer right now. I'm helping out the best I can, and this is all I can do.
The other two of you would have met him. He would have introduced himself as Ludwig. That's the name you would have been calling him. And if he doesn't respond to it, we'll see what happens.
This isn't my line of work, but I'll do the best I can, and I'm glad the day's done.
Did we get off pay?
You did. You were each paid 8 gold for the day.
8 gold for the day.
Kind of
Hefty something.
pull out the 8 gold and hold it up.
They have to pay well for this type of work as there's constant turnover in the numbers.
But I look at this 8 gold, I pull it up and hold it in a stack like this. Measly.
You could make a living and live in Baldur's Gate on 8 gold for the workday.
This isn't what I'm here for.
What are you here for?
This is not what I'm here for.
Neither am I. I seek adventure. I would like some adventure. I'd like. Right now, I should be the ones singing and dancing and doing plays inside the taverns. I'm a local name, you know. People know me from all over.
Well, perhaps we should find a tavern then.
Perform in
Maybe
front of an
so.
audience?
Maybe you
Well,
can get us a
sometimes I
discount.
perform in front of you. Discount?
Well, you are a local legend.
Well, I don't know if I'm really a local legend. Not in this town. I might be a local legend from other cities. But people might have known me at one time. Ludwig, the Bard.
Maybe it's better that they don't know you.
That is true. Right now, I'm just a laborer.
At this point, I don't think we're in our best light carrying around boxes.
Oh, it's not the kind of work I want to do. That's for sure. But I get the muscles to do it. I could do this if I had to. I might be a simpleton, but let me tell you, in another life, I was somebody else.
Oh, and this other life paid?
Absolutely.
Then what are you doing here?
I'm here to. I made my way here just to check out Baldur's Gate. Everybody said Baldur's Gate. It's a place to come to.
Just saying that your previous life must not have been very profitable.
Maybe so. That's something I know, and that's just between me and myself. Okay.
What is the Tabaxi doing as these two are bickering back and forth?
Leonardo's just standing there with his hands crossed, or his arms crossed, and he's casually grabbing his hat off his head with his tail and putting it back on his head over and over again.
Well, maybe we should get off the street here and get some food, some chow. I'm hungry.
You guys are in the upper city, which means everything in the upper city is much more expensive. But there's taverns nearby, just down the street.
You've been here for a while, haven't you, Simon? Do you know a place we could go?
I know a few places. Would Simon know of any places that are north of the wall? That would be even a chance to check of some place?
Roll a history check.
Nine.
He has seen a lot of prestige around a tavern called the Helm and Cloak. He has seen the High Hall, which is a seat of government for Baldur's Gate. He has seen the House of High Wonders, which is a temple, a gigantic temple to Gond. And he has noticed that not a whole lot of people ever go in there. He's seen, a lot of people congregated around the High Hall and the fancy tavern where the fancy people go, but he's noticed that not a whole lot of people hang out at the House of Wonders. He's seen a tavern called the Three Old Kegs, but he has never been in any of these places because it costs more to drink there.
What's the closest one? What would I know what the closest one is to the wide?
Closest one what?
To the wide.
What are you looking for?
To grab a drink. We mentioned grabbing a drink on the way out.
To get a drink, you probably would go to the Three Old Kegs. It's just
That's what I was thinking.
the closest by. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Gentlemen, if you're up for it, maybe we could weasel our way into one of these establishments before we leave the town. You know, these credentials only last for so long. We might as well take advantage of this space while we are here.
That sounds good. I am kind of parched. I do need a drink.
You look like you need a drink.
I'd like to see what the competition is doing as well. What kind of music they're playing.
Competition?
Oh, I like to play music too, you know.
The man competes. Well, let us go to the, I believe it was the 3 old kegs, not too far from here.
Like a plan. Let's make our way that way. I may need to dust off a little. I'm dirty.
You're dirty, but Leo here seems much more fit for this area.
I've done this my whole life.
Done
Do
what?
notice the Tabaxi is dressed really nicely.
Yeah.
I've worked my entire life in shipping yards, so carrying boxes is quite a normal experience for me.
You just don't appear like some average worker.
Well, I've made a pretty good coin. I follow the money where it goes, and then I turn profit.
We might have
Sounds
something
like
in
a-
common.
That sounds like a good plan there, Leonardo.
Leonardo.
They-
But you're
they-
right.
I did say it right, didn't I?
Close enough, my friend.
I'm trying. I do have a little lisp here. Try.
Let's hear some of your music.
Oh, we'll save that for the tavern. Right now, I can't. I could. Well, I don't have. I got my instrument on my pack. I mean, I could pull it out and start singing, but why don't we head to the tavern? I need a good drink before I sing.
No mind, Ludwig.
The party walks down the street, and pretty soon you can see the sign that is hanging out over the street on a post. It has the 3 lashed together barrels and seems to be kind of popular. It looks like it's reached critical mass, and there's a nice crowd inside. So as you make your way in, everybody roll me a perception check.
14.
17.
Ludwig rolled an 8.
Rather short.
The stage is empty. What's the crowd look like in here?
They look very conservative.
This isn't really my type of place. I'm used to dive bars, but if you wish to perform here, I'm sure no one would mind.
Yes, I need a drink. This would be good. This is These look like my kind of people. I didn't like that kind of work we were doing.
There's a lot of tables and chairs, and there's a bar, a big iron and copper bar against one side, and there are people serving drinks. There's a couple of bartenders, but the line is about 3 people deep.
Simon would grab a coin from a pocket and flip it over. Ludwig, grab a drink for me. I'm going to stick to the walls.
Well, I was going to give you some money because I just wanted to, go into the back alley there. I just wanted to dust my clothes off for a minute. Is that okay?
Back alley.
Well, somewhere on the side there. I just wanted to be out of vision for a moment. That's all.
Is there any?
Good.
Is there any waiters, waitresses walking around?
Yeah, there are some cocktail waitresses.
I would go at one that's like walking somewhat close by. I want to go and try to wrap my arm around one of them and pull her close and have her grab me a drink.
Roll a persuasion check.
Ooh, not bad. And I'm at 16 with them on.
She eyeballs you as you are not her regular type of clientele. She can tell right away, and you see that she's a bit charmed by that, and she takes your order. She'll be right back.
Ludwig's going to make his way to the alley and do a quick, going to open up his pack and do a quick clothes change.
Don't you think it's a little weird that Ludwig goes outside to change?
Maybe he has something that he doesn't want to show. You know what I mean?
I have a hunch, but I just find it strange.
By the way, what do you have under there? I mean, with you being all you.
Well, if you know anything about Tabaxi, we are much like you, just a lot more hairy.
So you're saying it's hairy?
I'm saying that everything is hairy.
Some women like that.
Aye, you're right. Especially on the lower side of town.
That I would agree with.
Does he have to leave the front door to go to the back alley?
Yes, there's only one doorway in or out that patrons can use. So if he wants to come back in, he'll need to use the front door.
Okay.
But it sounds like he just wanted to change clothes because he's dirty and sweaty from the workday to me. I don't know what you guys thought about it.
Yeah.
He would have
Clean up.
ducked out to clean up, I think.
To
If
get ready for stage.
if he was trying to get some action, he probably wouldn't want to be wearing his sweaty, dirty wardrobe.
Yeah.
I sent one of you a message in Discord.
If he hasn't returned yet, I'm going outside to look.
He has not returned.
Okay, I'm going to walk outside.
And Simon's gonna find a table that's kind of near the back corner of the stage area.
Got it. It's pretty busy, so you're not having much luck finding a table, though.
With my hands in my pocket, I'm kind of just walking around the alleyway to see if I find him.
Roll me a perception check. And Ludwig, go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
16.
A 10.
You think you saw a figure duck back into a back alleyway, Leonardo, and you follow at a distance, and you do have eyes on your new friend, and you see him kind of rummaging around in his bag and unbuttoning his clothes and things.
Just looking. What are you doing in particular?
I'm taking my ratty tatty clothes off and I roll them up, fold them up neatly, pull out some other clothes, and I change my boots real quick, and I change my pants and my shirt, and I have this ruffled white shirt, a blue with gold tassels and a vest hanging off of it. I pull out these rings and I put this ring on my hand. I pull out this hat and I put it on my head. And I comb my mustache real quick. I pull out a bottle of perfume and or cologne, and I tap it on and I cap it and I put it back. And then I take out this ornate dagger and I put it at my waist. And I feel great. And I leg on my lute on my back. So I then make my way out of the alley.
I'm just waiting there for you.
Totally. I don't look exactly what I looked like when I was working with you. I walk forward and I see you and I bow.
Does he recognize you? Would he recognize you as the same?
He may not.
If you completely disguised yourself.
Right, correct.
Like, he knows it's you because he saw you getting changed.
Yeah.
But he would he be flabbergasted at the difference?
He would see the difference. He would be like, that's not the same guy. That's not Ludwig. That's not
So
the guy
Ludwig, the Ludwig character comes out of the alleyway, and you see dark gray, blackish Tabaxi standing there waiting for you.
Interesting apparel.
Ah, Leonardo. You recognize me, huh? It is me, Ludwig. And don't tell anyone. Don't be an imbecile. I am Ludwig to you. But now I am Lord Viktor von Stein. Do you understand? Von Stein.
I did not realize I was in the presence of a lord. And I take off my hat and I bow to him.
Very good. Now, when we walk in there, you must introduce me as Lord Viktor von Stein.
Oh, my friend, I cannot do that.
You work for me now. We will go in there. We'll go in there. We will find a table. We will find some drinks. And we will find some women. And let me tell you, we will find money. These people are my subjects. Do you not understand?
I'm kind of taken aback. I like just stare at him for a moment. And
Carry on.
is there anything I notice like that he changed that is exceptionally strange on his body?
Roll a perception. Victor, roll deception.
Rolled 11, so
18.
got a good shot.
He looks pretty damn convincing to you.
Well then, my lord, let us be on our way.
The truth is, I really don't think I'm going to sing too much. What I want to do is talk to many of the lords in there, whoever's noble,
Yeah.
and you just leave that to me, and we will have the best room in the place tonight.
I don't know how this will go, but
This will go.
I will try my best.
This will go very well if you listen to me. I am very precise.
All right. I nod.
And make sure you always bow.
Oh, I wouldn't imagine anything else.
Don't let Simon know that I'm Leonardo right now, that I'm in Ludwig. Just let him know that I am Lord von Stein.
I'm not sure the bard really knows which personality is in control right now.
Well, Lord von Stein, I will announce you to the crowd, and then I will leave Simon be.
Very good. I will approach Simon on my own discretion.
And with that, the two of you walk back into the three old kegs, Leonardo leading the way.
Is the waitress bringing the drink back to me yet?
As you see Leonardo come back in, the waitress has made her appearance and has set your order back down in front of you with a smile.
When I come back in, I actually want to make a scene. So.
Okay.
Okay. Before that occurs, she's setting where is she setting the drink at?
She sets it. You're not sitting down yet.
I'm standing.
She hands it to you.
Am I near the tables in the back?
You're near the tables.
And she carrying a tray?
Yes, she has a tray with several other orders on it.
I'm going to move in such a way where I elbow her tray towards a table, intending to spill her tray across all of the people sitting at the table.
Roll for sleight of hand.
Ooh. It's a big bonus on that one. Gosh. What the hell is that? 24?
You very convincingly accidentally bump into her, and her entire tray of mugs and wine glasses clatters down into a foretop that is, near the back of the stage where you had been wanting to sit, where you can observe the entire room, and it goes clatter, clatter, and glass breaks on the floor, and very fancy people look upset, and they all get up and storm out of there, leaving her kind of out of sorts.
I put my left hand on her shoulder and pull her around and for your troubles. And give her 2 gold pieces.
She looks at you through the tears that are just beginning to break on her ducts and takes the money from you and starts to clean up the mess and wipes down the table and thanks you very heartily and says that your next drink is on her.
I give her a wink.
And at that point...
And sit down at the table.
And you take the table, and Leonardo can be seen coming in to the front door.
I'm not just coming in. I get to the door and I give the Lord a nod, and then I kick the door in and step in and make an announcement.
Go ahead and give your announcement. You've got everybody's attention.
My fellow lords and ladies, now is the time for the main event of the evening. Your tongues have been parched, and now you are able to enjoy the greatest musician in this side of the city. And then I bow really low and take off my hat as Lord walks in.
I make this grand entrance as I walk in. I flip my cape back a little bit.
Good evening, everyone. It is I, Lord Viktor von Stein. I am here to play very, very delectable music for you, for your delight.
And I head up to the stage, and I start to play my lute. I start to play a nice song. I don't sing. It's just nice, soft music.
Everybody it was like everybody looked and gave 2 seconds of their attention to that introduction and your spiel, and they're like, oh, a bard is here, and they've gone back to their conversations and things.
After I'm done bowing, I walk out.
You walk out, or you...
Of the tavern, and I just look at you through the window.
Leonardo has split the party.
That's very funny. I was like,
And I would like, is there like a shrubbery around the building or no?
There is a shrubbery! A nice one.
Okay. I will sit down and I will pull a cigarette out of I'll pull a pipe tobacco out of my pouch and just put it into my pipe and start smoking it as I wait outside.
Okay. You can very faintly hear the sound of the lute strings coming through the open doorway, but mainly what you hear is a loud bar with lots of conversation going on. As Lord Viktor starts to perform on stage, I'd like him to roll a performance check.
Lord Viktor rolls a 15.
So what song are you playing?
I'm playing Greensleeves.
Oh, an old favorite. You know how it is when you're in a bar and there's live music and the performer comes up and nobody really knows who he is, but they can tell he's supposed to be there doing that thing. That's how everybody is regarding you right now.
Very good.
And Greensleeve sounds great. You're playing it better than you average when you do that number.
While I'm playing, I'm perusing the audience, looking for the best well-dressed, well-to-do person in the audience.
Roll a perception check.
12.
12 is pretty good. You notice there are a lot of off-duty people wearing the uniform of the Flaming Fist in the audience. There are some people that are dressed a little bit better than that, and there are a handful of people that are dressed way above average, but nothing like visible lots of jewelry and Mr. Moneybags. They're just wearing nice clothing similar to Leonardo's.
I see.
But mostly what you perceive with that role is a bunch of off-duty Flaming Fist people drinking.
I take my hat off and I put it down on the stage.
A couple of people have tossed coppers in it right away. They like green sleeves, apparently.
I look around to see if I see Simon.
Roll a perception check.
A 14.
You look around as your eyes are not glued to your fretboard. You know this song pretty well and you can play it without looking. You look down and right away near the side, near stage right, on house left, you see the man you know as Simon Scarrburrow sitting at a foretop with 3 empty chairs.
As I finish Greensleeves, I put my instrument, I put it on my back, and I walk over to Simon.
Simon, I need to figure out if you recognize him or not. I guess that's an insight check. Roll me an insight check.
I rolled a natural 20 with a -1 on the modifier.
You've known it's him the whole time.
So, Ludwig.
I pull up a chair.
Stein! Don't say that name! I am Lord Viktor von Stein!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But
Don't let them know. I need to go out and get Leonardo. and we should have a nice meal and a nice drink. I'm going to talk to the innkeeper and see what I can do for us.
Do for us.
DM,
Yes.
sorry.
Do for
Go.
us.
What's like the police activity outside?
Sorry?
What's the police activity outside, or the city watch activity?
You don't see any city watch. This is where they come when they're off duty.
Okay.
It is our intent here to stay here, right? For tonight? Or are we going to go somewhere else?
You think back and realize that you do not have the proper credentials to stay in the upper city past sundown.
Victor,
Yes.
or Victor.
I am Viktor, Lord Viktor, yes. Von Stein.
Where's our cat friend?
I will go get him. Well, no, you should go get him. I am the Lord right now.
He just
He's
asked where he
sitting
was. How's he
outside.
going to go get him?
I know not where he is.
Victor, you didn't see him go
Oh, I
back
didn't
out.
see him. Okay.
I don't know where he went. He announced me, and then I didn't see him again.
Maybe we should go look for him. I have some things I'd like to discuss with you.
You're afraid if you get up, you'll lose your primo table.
But I cannot leave the seat because it is premium and I have acquired it through means which I
$800
would
club
like
table.
not
Then
like to
I will
discuss.
sit down at this seat, and you shall go find him. They will respect me. Do you see my ring? I am Lord Viktor von
Lord.
Stein.
Lord Victor. I see. I guess I will do your bidding.
Simon Scarrburrow.
And I sit down at the table.
Simon slides his drink over to him and
Very good.
curtsy. But it was very, very sarcastic curtsy.
Some of the people around the tables near you start looking over and like asking you if you'll go play some more music.
When they look, I kind of like tilt my head down. As soon as they look, I'm like, oh.
Not to worry. Lord Viktor von Stein will play music. Right now, I need to have a drink. And I would like to see the waitress. Where is she?
As he's doing that, I'm already walking towards the door looking for Leonardo.
Roll perception. The waitress, you can see she's running around taking care of other tables.
11.
11. You look out near the front door, but you don't quite see what you expected you would. You look up and down the street, you see a really nice shrubbery, but you don't see anything else.
I am out front of the building, right?
You are by the shrubbery.
Yeah. I would be
He
watching
didn't
the door,
see you
yes.
with that roll. I guess I should have.
Yeah, I just didn't see you. But I mean, if you.
I would be watching the door, so I probably
Yeah,
saw
you see
open.
him. You see him come out. Definitely, you see him like he's looking around. You think you
I
know what
take
he's
off
looking for.
my hat with my tail and I wave it at him.
Oh,
You notice beyond the shrubbery, there's a black charcoalish gray cattail holding a familiar-looking hat.
Leo, is that you?
It is me.
What are you doing out here?
You should step outside if you want to have this conversation.
I slide the door shut behind me. Step out.
Is he like closer to me, like away from the door?
Yeah, he walked. I guess walking up to like a bench near the front.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
near the front door, but it's not within earshot of the front door.
Okay, good.
This place is not the place for me.
Oh, hey, hold up. It's not a place for me either. As a matter of fact, I have something that I'd like to talk to you about. And this Ludwig Viktor character, I've yet to discern who or what or why. But between the two of you, I can see potential partnership.
Potential partnership.
Well, let's just say I know where a certain thing is and may have a certain value, and I may have a certain purse for a certain retrieval.
Is it worth enough money to get me out of this wretched city?
I think that it's possible.
I think, depending on what you offer, it sounds intriguing.
How does 50 gold piece sound?
It sounds like you're lowballing me. How much is it worth?
Value is something that is in the eye of the beholder. So,
Well, you saw 8 gold pieces today and you didn't value that at all, so I'd imagine that 50 gold pieces is nothing to you.
look, I'm looking to hire somebody. You're here.
If you want someone you can trust, it's me. But I need to be paid for it, otherwise it's not worth it.
Well, I don't have the item on me, and I need some help.
What exactly is this quest?
Maybe I could discuss the details further with our friend, being that I think we need more than just the two of us.
Well, I can go get him, but I cannot stay in there. It is too dangerous for me.
I can see that. The city guards seem like they are prevalent in this place.
Aye. And let us say I did not leave Waterdeep on the up and up. So, news travels, and I need to remain, well, out of their sight for the most part.
You seem like you hide well.
It's the color.
At that, I would, I'll go back in to the establishment to get Viktor.
At that point, Viktor, you have increasingly gotten those patrons that are nearby you and even some tables beyond them. They're all yelling, "Green sleeves! Green sleeves! Green sleeves! Green sleeves!" And they're goading you into going back up and performing a bit more for them. And you've been like, "But I've got to save the seat!" And that's what's going on as you see Simon's form darken the door. And Simon, that is what you see.
And as Simon comes and walks, like, because I assume the door is at the back of the space, facing the stage, to some extent.
The stage is on.
Off to the left.
Door is here.
Yeah.
Copper iron bar is here. Stage is over here.
Okay. And as I walk in, I start just applauding and like riling up the crowd even louder.
Viktor gets up.
And I walk up to the table and switch the seats real quick.
He takes a shot of the drink. And he picks up his loot and he walks up on the stage.
You had ordered a shot, actually. You had ordered a couple of shots, and they'd been delivered to you, so you'd already done a couple shots, and you do the third.
I walk up and... Well, people, I will say this. Green Sleeves is one of my favorites, and I'm glad it's a fan favorite here. But I must say... I will say this. It would be very, very nice if some of you, or all of you, could buy some more drink and food for me and my friends for tonight's dinner. It would be very lovely if you could pledge any donation at all in my heart. Being that I'm giving you quality music, please do so. Feel free. This money that I will make tonight will go for the poor children on the other side in the lower city.
Roll persuasion.
I will give all
No. Roll performance.
Roll performance.
I will give all my profits. 15. I will give
One of the cops, one of the Flaming Fists, who's still in uniform and he's gotten off his shift recently and he's drinking, has flipped a couple of gold pieces into your hat. And that would be enough to cover 3 meals and still some to go to the poor.
I will give all the profits to the poor. And it is so gracious of all of you to do a nice generosity, a nice bidding to these
Green Sleeve.
Green Sleeve. Green Sleeve. Green Sleeve. Green Sleeve. Green Sleeve.
I start playing, and I try to do my best performance as possible.
Roll another performance check.
Is the waitress nearby?
Yes.
I'm gonna
That comes 13 plus 7, 20. My performance.
So you launch back into Green Sleeves, and you're playing it at the top of your Green Sleeves game. And as you launch into those first notes, the waitress, you catch her eye, and she's like, just 1 second. And she finishes what she's doing, and she accepts some payment from some people that aren't running a tab, and then she comes around and asks you, what do you need, sugar?
Do you have any rooms here by chance?
Oh, I think we have 2 or 3 more that are not booked up for the evening. Yes, I would you like one?
Yes, me and my esteemed colleague, Mr. Viktor von Stein. He's the master performer you see on the stage now. He is in need of some rest after this wonderful performance you hear.
Yes, sir. Then if you would like a room, I would direct you to Mr. Seamus over there, and you would just show him your Upper City credentials, and you'd pay for the room with him.
Okay, thank you.
Busted.
Would you like a drink, sir?
Yes, one more.
What did you say your name was?
It was Ludwig.
Oh, Mr. Ludwig. Yes. I get off in 7 hours. And she goes and gets you your drink.
You were a wink.
As Green Sleeves continues to belt from the stage.
And that I can't leave the table. I can't. He's belting. I'm enjoying his performance.
What is the Tabaxi doing outside by the bush?
I need to try to get his. I'm like looking out the window, trying to like get him to get his attention.
So at this point, I've curled up between 2 bushes, and I have my hat over my face. And I'm just.
We're not going to get his attention.
I will now perform one of my famous tunes. It is called the flight. It comes from my country, the flight of the Valkyries. And you will very much enjoy this tune. Okay? It is from my country, my homeland. And please feel free, remember, put more money inside the hat for the poor.
And I start tuning out the Flight of the Valkyries on my.
On your loot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you roll with that last performance check. It sounds pretty good, but it's not getting the crowd response that the old standard one was.
Yeah, I
but
rolled
you've got
a 9.
you got some people kind of looking at you, but they're mostly more concerned in the social aspect of this tavern, and they're talking to each other.
Am I sitting?
I finished my performance, and I'm gonna head over to the table to sit with Simon.
Am I sitting next to anybody? The table is in the back, but is there any tables nearby?
No, there are no more empty tables.
No empty tables, full tables. I'm like, what are the tables around me? What do I see?
There are full tables all around you. Some of them look like cops. Some of them look like your average well-to-do merchant types that would have been working at the Wide. They might not be staying here overnight, but they're enjoying their credentials for the day and drinking in the 3 old kegs.
Do I see any upper city credentials in the people that are around me?
Make a perception check.
17 with Mon.
Sending you private.
As I look around, I take note of the obvious law enforcement that's around. But I sip my drink. I stay patient.
I sent you another line of text.
Victor looks and sees that he drank his last shot, and he wants to wave the waitress over.
She's currently on the other side of the room. Like, there are several waitresses, and none of them are nearby the stage at this current time.
And at this point, I scan to see if I see Leonardo anywhere.
He's not in the room.
He's not in the room still.
I'd make you roll perception for that, but he's outside.
Okay.
Leonardo will not be attending dinner.
He will not be.
He doesn't want to come in for some reason.
Did Victor make it to the table yet?
Is Victor taking a set?
Yeah, I came off the
Victor's
stage.
taking a set break, and
Yeah.
you're both now sitting at the table.
Where is Leonardo?
Victor counts the money that has fallen into his hat, and he has what amounts to earned 5 gold.
All right.
Okay. I've told Leonardo, but I must tell you too. I need some help, but I cannot talk to you here. That must be in private. And furthermore, I think we need to stay north of the wall for the evening.
I see. I could have secured rooms for us here, but if you think we should go somewhere else, Then we will go somewhere else.
I think this is just as good of any.
Okay.
I fear, though, that Leonardo will not enter until this establishment is closed.
Is there a problem for him coming in here?
I do not know.
I see. Well, I will use my influences as a lord. He works for me. He can come in here anytime he wants. You watch. Just sit and watch and learn from a pro. I am a professional when it comes to these kind of matters.
Hey, okay. I must not have known you were a lord.
I sent one of you a Discord message.
Puppet Master pulls the strings.
You know, it seems like we're not making much headway in this space. Maybe we need to find a quieter venue.
Maybe so. Excuse me for one moment, please.
Victor stands up and walks towards
The other side of the
the
room.
other side of the room. Yes.
And you lose sight of him and the people.
Simon's gonna stand, finish his drink, and head towards the door outside to find Simon,
Leaving the table unattended.
leaving the table unattended.
As you do that, some other people take it. And you head back outside to the shrubbery where you had last seen the Tabaxi.
I raise my hat up a little bit and look like you only see one eye as they're coming close to me. And I'm curled up on the lawn.
Did not know it was nap time.
It is always that time. I stand up.
Totally, completely not out of the ordinary for Tabaxis to take unscheduled naps.
Well, gentlemen, I see you didn't plan on staying there.
But gentleman,
Victor's not with him. It's just Simon by himself.
Oh,
I
gentleman.
have lost track of Ludwig von Victor.
I've been thinking about your job while I've been laying here.
Okay. And
once I know all the details, I am interested. I wish to secure passage to the north. And I need a coin for it.
it's possible we could find more than just the spoils that I am searching for.
The question is, where are you searching?
Are you familiar with a place called the Undercellar?
DM, have I ever heard that?
Roll me a history check.
Definitely not. I rolled a 6.
You have heard of it, but you're not sure what it is or where it is.
Only by name.
This place we must find, and I need help. You and Viktor are here. I believe it's time. However, we must discuss this in private, and this is not the place. We must get Viktor out of this establishment. We've had our fun. And he has had his fun.
It seems like Viktor is having more fun than you are.
Looking around like, seems you are right.
I think we just wait impatiently for him. 8 hours later, he
8
comes
hours
up.
later.
I don't think anybody is going to be able to drag Leonardo into the 3 old kegs.
This is true.
But Simon doesn't seem to have a problem going back going in and out.
Yeah, which I've done a couple times now.
None of them have really given you a second look. They're used to seeing folks that have been working at the Wide come to this establishment. They see your pass on you. Everything is fine.
All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get Viktor, I guess.
How many times can we go in and out of this?
This has been the maximum times I've went through a tavern door.
What is Viktor doing exactly inside?
Viktor is talking to a gentleman.
Viktor is talking to a gentleman, and as Simon darkens the door another time, he gives the room a quick scan and can see the bard's colorful outfit, and he's talking to a tall gentleman who has long blonde hair and a long blonde beard, and he's like, they're both smiling and talking and very hurried speech, and Viktor, you make eye contact with Simon at that point.
I see one of my servants has come in. Lord Thomas, would you mind excuse me? But I might say that I would like to speak to you, Lord Thomas, a little later. Maybe I will see you at some point in time tomorrow or whatnot.
Lord Viktor, yes, you know where I'll be. I'll see you soon.
Very good. I have a promising proposition for you.
I can't wait to hear more about it, Lord Viktor. It's been so nice seeing you again
It will
today.
make you a lot of money.
You don't say!
Yes, very much a lot of money, but we will discuss this at a later time. I must go now. It's a very good business venture I have for you.
You know where I'll be.
And with that, Viktor walks out, grabs his hat on the stage, and grabs his loot and follows Simon inside.
So, seems
You
it was.
said you wanted to talk to me. And I know you've been waiting a long time to talk to me in private. So I was going to talk to this man here, Mr. Lord Thomas Lionsmane, but it seems you wanted to talk to me. So I need a little more time to work on that lord before I present him with my plan of action.
Seems we both have plans.
Yes. What would you like to talk about?
We need to find a more private venue to discuss this. Let us find Leonardo and search out a better location to do so.
That is fine.
I walk out and, with hat in hand, I say, "My lord, you have returned.
Where have you been?
I was trying to summon the carriage, but I couldn't remember where I parked it."
I see. Well, let's carry on. Simon, where are we going?
I think I know of a place. And I just start walking.
Does the party follow him?
Follow, yes.
Yep, definitely.
And as I do, it seems like I'm walking with the intent of knowing my surroundings in such a way that I lead us to a place that I had seen. I imagine I saw it the days that I've been working in the wide.
It's a landmark. You've passed by it coming to and from the wide, if it's what I think it is. What is it?
We had seen what was referred to by, I assume, we had gotten the information that it was the High House of Wonders, and we had also in passing it known that it was not as occupied, and that was, you know, what Simon was looking for was
The
some
the High House of Wonders is definitely on the map that is currently above your heads. It's number 3,
How close was that to us?
just down the street.
Oh,
And there's a lot of businesses on this road, but if you walk down the street a few blocks, you would come to an opening where that building is pretty much the only thing. It's the prominent architectural feature in that block.
Yeah.
And if you want to throw that asset,
Oh.
I have a picture of it. This is a temple to Gond. And it is open to the public. And there are not many people hanging around outside. You would be coming out of the street vista, and you would see the front doors there, the big front steps there, and the columns around the building. They look like they go all the way around until you reach that horseshoe section on the back end. But it's it looks like a giant cathedral that you can see from the outside. Nobody's around on the steps.
While we're walking, I take off of my pack. I take a belt that's tied around my pack with my rapier, and I put it around my waist, and on my pack over my shoulder, and continue walking with these gentlemen. And I pull out of my pack, I pull out a little rod, and I tuck it under my arm as I walk ahead.
As we approach this high house, do we can step up the steps? And there's no guards or anything like that.
No guards.
You notice the rod has a nice ruby on the end of it.
Simon would walk hastily up the steps to the front door.
Do you try the handle?
Say again.
Do you try the door handle?
Yes, but not vigorously, just kind of lightly.
It opens, and it's completely empty inside, save for some of the staff running around. They don't pay you any mind.
I just open the door and then motion for the other two to walk in.
No walking.
And Victor follows Leonardo in.
Looking around,
I look for something that we can head up. Maybe to a. I'm looking for unused, or you'd see doors that were leading to hallways, and that's where a normal person would walk. But I'm looking for closets and back staircases and stuff like that.
You don't see any staircases in here. You do see some doorways which would lead to other parts of the building. But it's mainly just one large open... Think of a church with the pulpit on the opposite wall. That's what it reminds me of.
Mm-hmm. We need to find a place where we can talk in private. This room does not seem so private.
Are you looking for a doorway that you could access?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You do see some doorways.
Let's approach it. One of them. Again, just not the one that would be most commonly accessed.
I get where you're coming from. Yeah, you're looking for a closet.
Yeah, something like that. A lot of times in places of worship, there's passageways for clergy members to move about, and I'm looking to see if there's any of those in this larger cathedral space.
While he's looking for that, I'm looking for alms boxes or anything that I can maybe be shoving my bag.
Oh my god. Both of you roll perception.
7.
18.
Leonardo, did I tell you I don't believe in any of these gods? I'm what they called an atheist. I don't know why he took us to this place.
This place, like any other building, is a building. People worship here. People worship in a bar.
That's true. They worship my music. Very good.
Lord Viktor Ludwig von Stein in
Don't say
Heim.
the Ludwig. Ludwig is...
Sorry.
Lord Viktor von Stein.
And upon this, Simon's looking around this space, and we hadn't heard anybody in a while. I feel like I could just discuss things as private as any.
If there were ears to overhear, you would see them coming a long ways away.
So I guess Simon would take a seat in maybe the pulpit or some space.
There are some places to sit for people to observe rites and things, to sit near the pulpit for sure, like pews.
Maybe we could go towards the front.
You are already there.
That's where we're sitting.
Okay.
You're sitting near the pulpit.
We're in a good place. What do you want to tell me? Can Leonardo hear this as well?
The three of you are in a group. You might just be visiting. The three of you are very casually checking out this basilica as tourists, perhaps. But the sun, the rays of the setting sun can be viewed coming in through some of the front stained glass.
Oh, it's beautiful. Is this only for my ears or his ears as well?
You know it will start to get dark soon.
This is for both. This is something that requires a bit of help. Leo, you seem capable.
Where do you find your skills most handy?
How do you mean? In combat?
In combat,
I am dexterous, quick, and good in a fight.
And you, Victor?
I am an unremarkable swordsman. And I also can fight with my dagger in a sword and a dagger in each hand. And I also can cast some spells to manipulate people. Don't underestimate Victor von Stein.
So you're a man of many talents. This is good to know. Aside from that, your fighting skills seem to be outshined by our Tabaxi friend here. He looks far more capable with the sword.
Well, he looks very fit. You see, he looks like he does a lot of calisthenics. I, on the other hand, am used to the life of luxury, and I do not do as much of that. I am more of a social person.
As he says that,
Thank you.
you both look at the Tabaxi's muscles, and he's ripped like a panther is a killing machine.
The capabilities here would lead me to ask the services of you both. I have already briefed Leonardo on this, but Victor...
You briefed him before me?
I see your lordship. I see your shifting. You cannot fool me.
What is it that you want of me?
Thank you. This is one where we need to find ourselves on an equal pedestal. We are one, we move as one. I need us to move as a unit.
Is this a heist?
I don't like to consider things as a heist. This is just... I'm just picking up something that was left sitting. This is collecting dust, if you will. And I might have some extra coin for some people to assist me in this. And you two are here. We have generated some kinship over this short period working in the wide. I have nobody else to ask at this time.
What is it we are going to acquire?
As he asks you that, Simon goes on to explain to the other two of you that he has been working in the wide for several weeks now and casing out the joint. And he has found some access beneath the wide. It's commonly known that there is storage beneath the wide, but it is not common knowledge that there is a large, expansive network of tunnels underneath the upper and lower cities, known as the Undercellar. Simon has got it from a criminal contact. There is an item in the Undercellar somewhere beneath the wide. He has a vague idea of where he needs to go. He has not explored the wide on his own, but he has an idea, first of all, where to find the item he's after, and secondly, he has directions to lead the party back into the lower city. Your escape plan is basically to get the item and get back out to the lower city.
So we can escape from there to the lower city. I see.
And I think maybe we should go to a break now, as we've been sitting here for a couple of hours.
Sure.
Sounds good to me.
You guys good with that? Can you play later?
Going to break.
Let's go to break and come back and play some more. The three of you are sitting in a pew near the pulpit at the High House of Wonders, Temple to Gond. Your new friend Simon has laid out the plan for you. And what say you? Let's hear from Lord Viktor first.
Well, Simon, it sounds like this is a good plan. Are you 100% sure we can get away with it?
Based on my contact and his reliable information, I can only discern that this is 100% a sure thing.
Well, if you're 100% sure, then you can 100% count me in.
Do you have any more information? Like where the entrance to these tunnels are?
Roll for history.
It was close at 8. Single digit still.
Okay. We'll just say, and I'm being really generous to you, you know where the entrance is, and you have a memorized description in your brain of what rooms are there and where to go, but you've never been there before. You know where the item will be, and then you know an escape route to the lower city. It's all in your brain.
I would almost like frame it like I know it when I see it.
You've got it.
I'll know it when I see it.
You've kind of drawn it out in your brain. You've mapped it out in your brain, and you'll know it when you see it.
Okay.
I relay that.
And it is inside the boundaries of the wide. Wide has flaming fists that guard each entrance to it.
And
What
we
say
have.
you, Leonardo? Do you think you as well concur that this is a good plan?
I feel I don't know all the details, but I am interested. We can make our way down there.
What detail more does he need to know?
What we might run into. What is holding this item? What is the item exactly? And how do you plan on pawning it off?
Now you roll history.
I roll history.
Leonardo, excuse me.
That would be a stunning 5.
You have no idea what might be in the undercellar, what might be lurking down there. You're very vaguely aware of it, and so it could be any kind of trouble down there.
Either way, it is getting late, and I would like to get it done if you were to go.
Oh, we ought to go. And I look up through a window in the cathedral to see the position of the sun.
Uh-huh. You don't see the sun anymore. It's just a dim glow, and you all would know that you must move if you're going to make a move now.
And I spin around dramatically. The time is now. What say you?
Understood. Let's go. I am ready for adventure.
And you are ready for coin, because you will have it after this.
And
50 gold piece.
And the party stands up and strides back out through the front doors of the High House of Wonder to see a city lion at dusk. A lot of the traffic on the street is starting to head towards the gates on their way out of the upper city. And you see some members of the Flaming Fist are already wandering around to start their move. And they're not talking to anybody yet, but everybody that sees one that doesn't have their pass starts to move towards the south.
I kind of gesture at everybody, and I kind of eyes over at the guards, and then I point in the opposite direction, and for us to like move unnoticed, I guess.
The sun is starting to cast long shadows off the buildings.
I think this is fine if we move quick.
Everybody roll stealth.
Mm,
11.
Your plan
20.
is... Sorry?
20.
20 for the cat.
19.
Your plan is to move in an unseen way, the wrong way that all the other foot traffic in the city is moving, not hurriedly, but slowly and suredly towards the south. You guys want to go north. So I got a 19, a 20, and a what?
11.
The last rays of the sun as it sets in the west start to glint and gleam off of Lord Viktor's bard outfit as the party starts to head north. You try to duck into some of the shadows, and one of the Flaming Fist guards may have spotted you and looks like he wants a word. What does the party do?
They spotted all of us, or just
Me, or just...
Yeah.
Tell me about his outfit. What's his get up again?
It's blue with gold tassels and a gold stripe going down each side of his pants.
Leo and Simon duck
a
into the
big-
shadows, and one of the guards is going to start hassling
Okay.
you and wants to know where you're going. Where's your pass?
Excuse me, young man. I'm Victor von Stein. Lord Victor von Stein. What is it you want of me? Who is your commanding officer?
Roll persuasion.
Well,
Well, it's really quite easy because you don't look like the crowd that he is trying to hustle out, and you just appear to him like you've got a better place to be than talking to him, and he lets you go because of your fancy mode of dress. So you are now currently striding down the street as if you're supposed to be in the upper city, and your two companions are taken to the shadows, and they're trying to stay out of sight.
All right.
In the alleyways, and you make your way towards the wide.
How
I
close
guess
are we?
you're kind of going northeast. It's very close. You remember from 3 to 2, so
Yeah.
you're leaving that building with the horseshoe bend on it, and so it doesn't take you long, and you get out there, and you see the gates where you were working earlier. All the tents have been taken away, and stuff is dark, and there are some doors to the gateway that you see.
I'm gonna look for.
Fist guys walking around. Flaming fists. They're in the area, but their eyes are... Their eyes are elsewhere at the moment.
Do we see anybody entering any doorways at this time?
No.
No, nobody is like moving anything into anywhere.
Nobody's going in. It's kind of dark. It's kind of dead over there. There's not really many people around the doorways, the entrances to the venue.
Okay.
Looks like you could just walk right in.
Of the wild, or I'm sorry, of the wide. I'm sorry.
Yes, you're at the wide. You're at the outer ranges of
The
the
wide. The wide is like wide open.
The wide has some, sort of pilot structures to it, for
But the
as a
tents
venue,
and whatever
venue would
is
do.
all gone.
The tents are gone and stuff, but there's still the infrastructure of what makes the wide an architectural feature.
Mm-hmm.
So we can just walk in?
No,
Simon is headed for a specific door that he knows will lead down into the intercellar where he...
I was privy to a door.
Yes. Oh, sorry. I must have not made that clear.
I'm sorry. I did not.
That was part of the plan, that you knew the doorway you needed to go
one
down.
door that I wanted to go through.
That is in that structure there, yeah.
And so we're seeing like a structure of sorts, like
yes. You're on part of the side of the entrance to the venue. You're on the exterior of the venue.
So it sounds like we just walk in, or
there
walk right in unnoticed with your stealth rolls. Now.
Yeah.
And nobody's really looking that way.
Okay. Well, then I guess I would lead us towards the door the entrance that I had memorized. Was this? It was memorized because I did not have a map.
You don't have a map, but you've been working here for a couple of weeks, so you definitely know this area.
Oh, I know. I'm talking about below. Like I don't have like some kind of like sketch up of this area. This is all just told to me, and I'm just
yeah.
We're
going by what you have remembered in your brain. But
how the entrance as we approach it, do we see any indication of current or like recent travel, like steps? Is it a commonly used passageway? These things that as we approach, those are the things that I'd be looking at.
Yeah, it kind of just looks like you're back on the job after being there all day, but nobody's around.
Maybe a door that we even saw then.
You have actually been to this door. You've been down into the access point before. You've been down into the bottom of the doorway before.
Oh, we've walked through this before.
Only you have.
Only I
Simon.
have.
Mm-hmm.
Then I probably would walk with some authority. It's not necessarily like authority like law authority, more such that I belong.
Like it's routine business for the party members.
Hoping that they carry the cue.
Yes.
Of course I will be walking with authority. You're walking with Lord Victor von Stein.
Lord.
Lead the way.
Feel like you should roll a d20 and let's see, performance.
The tunnel collapses.
Let's do a
Right.
performance.
Do I need to?
Tell me again.
It's
14.
14. Yeah. Victor walks with a ton of authority, like he is supposed to be there, and he directs you guys to come in through the entrances of these gates that lead into the wide, and nobody is around to hear him. So he's doing this really convincing performance, like he's the Lord, and he might be one of the guys that owns part of the wide's business. He convinces the both of you really well, and you go inside, and there's a door that the party would walk through. That stairwell leads you guys down from the main level of the wide into the undercellar. So the party, the three of you, will descend this stairwell beyond the door into this pitch black room full of a bunch of boxes and a well. There's one way out to the south.
Any movement?
No movement. Nobody's here. You don't hear a thing. It's a deathly silent as a tomb and pitch black.
so, and we saw nobody. Was there anything else that I knew from my contact? Aside from the location, did I know anything about the undercellar?
You know that it is a place where a lot of merch is stored. You know that it is interconnected and it runs throughout a lot of the city. Not all of the city, but a fair bit of the city. People use it to store things and whatnot. Some people try to close their bit of it off and use it, but that's really not considered smart business practice.
Because of the dangerous, or like because it's not protected, I guess.
Right. Like people just use it as their own private property and storage and whatnot, but there's a risk that comes with it because it's a huge interconnected system of tunnels. Ugh.
Yeah.
And so this room is what you guys see with this big cavernous opening beyond it to the south.
Oh, yeah.
Who can see, first of all? Let me ask you guys that. I'm sorry to cut you off. I know the Tabaxi can see in the dark.
Not
what
Victor.
about
He's a human.
Victor? And Simon is a...
Half elf.
So, is Victor afraid of the dark?
Victor's not afraid of nothing, but I will light a lamp. Do you suggest I light a lamp? Because I cannot see.
Maybe you should just be cautious rather than see.
If that's what you think, then fine, I will do that. You guys lead the way.
Carry up the back. What's so
I am the Lord.
wrong
I
with
should
that?
Absolutely.
So you're gonna try to stumble along in the pitch dark?
I'm going to light my lamp and turn it down as low as I can, so it doesn't.
Solid.
So it doesn't animate as much light.
I just don't see it in Victor's personality to want to try to navigate it in the pitch dark as a human.
Right.
right?
He'll light the lamp and turn it down a little bit, and he draws his rapier.
So you guys are in this dimly lit room full of boxes. Full of a shit ton of boxes that presumably belong to the Wide. And a well.
The boxes. Do they
There's
look?
a well.
This space is the space that we had actually been into.
You've been in here before. Well, you've been down the stairway before, but you actually did
These
not
boxes.
venture-
We didn't move these boxes down here at all.
No,
Okay.
they were moved back down here, but not by you guys.
Oh, okay. But this is like storage for the Wide.
Correct.
Yeah.
I say we carry on.
Surely. Our
You know that the item is not in this room. You have a vague idea, like I said, it's been only explained to you. Any drawing that you might have done of it yourself is your own, but you have a set of directions in order to get to said item. You know it's not in this room, but you're looking around seeing all these boxes of merch and things, cargo.
Oh, I would probably lead the way as I'm to know where this this item.
You would lead the way. You would tell them that you guys have got to go. Gotta go. You've got to travel a few hundred feet into this complex of passageways and cavernous rooms.
Would that what?
You've got a ways to go to get to where your item.
Yeah, and I guess
it's supposed to be.
And this may be discordable, but is there anything?
You've never been actually down in this room other than to quick peek in, but you, as you walk in here, see that there's like lots of expensive looking stuff in. By the way the box looks, you can tell you have loaded. And you've unloaded enough cargo working here to tell that what is inside might be some treasure.
But it
Like
was
there's potentially. Sorry, what?
Was there anything? What was my compass, so to say?
Sorry, can you rephrase that question?
Like my compass to guide me through, was I smelling for something? Was I looking for a certain color? Was I, was I divulged any clues as to what would shine the light on the path? Or not.
They would be looking at you like, is it in here? Where is this thing? And you would be like, it's not in here, but look at all this shit all around us.
Yeah, and I think that by nature I might be even distracted by things of value that I see currently. I think that by character I would be this is probably where they were storing stuff to sell. And recognizing that, I'm seeing value. So it's hard to even walk away from this space because it seems like such low-hanging fruit. I'm conflicted, but at the same time knowing that there's something deeper, worth more as a single grab, you know.
Let me try to put to you this a different way. Your character would know that you have descended into this basically basement of the Wide, and that he would traverse said caverns and passageways in the undercellar and come out a different point in the lower city, so you won't come back this way again. So does the party want to like fill their pockets?
I think we are here for the main entree.
The Tabaxi seems
That is a very good point. But we must maximize as much money as we can.
This is easy to get, is it not? We could swing back through another day if we wanted to actually pick this up. But we must be focused.
Seeing as it was
the
so easy
Tabaxi
to
wants
access.
to get down to business. I'm sorry. I wanted it to get a thought out before I lost it. And,
This room,
we'll let
this
you
room is
continue.
easy access. This is child's play. We must move on.
Well then, carry on.
At that, Simon would just make his way towards the like most obvious opening in the space, and I don't know if it was the scent of the wind or a breeze of sorts that's passing through, but he would move.
Yeah. Well, you came down that stair and look across the room and see all of these boxes and crates and casks and things with the well in the middle, and then you see a gigantic cavernous hole in the side of one wall, and it's quite obviously the way the party is going to move south. And your item lies beyond that said cavernous opening to the south. So the party makes their way. Simon in the lead, because he knows where he's going. The other two following close behind.
Yes, carrying my lamp
And-
and my rapier.
You walk for a ways, and the architecture gives way to natural cave systems, and there's a few different ways to go, and so you just pick one. The party gotta go vaguely south, and so they take a southern route.
Southern route.
Trying to get you guys to talk.
Well, I think Lord and I are on autopilot, kind of just assuming that
The Simon
Yeah,
knows.
yeah,
Simon,
yeah.
Simon knows.
The Tabaxi and the flamboyant bard are looking at Simon to move.
And you know, Simon says,
that could have been like your kill line.
"Damn it, I missed the time."
You did not miss the rest of the game. There's still time to drop it.
Okay.
Simon says. What the hell? Okay. What does the party do?
Moves southern.
Simon jumps through the cavernous opening and begins to move south by southwest as he was told to by his criminal contact.
He was.
I haven't done this much walking in a long time. If I had my trusty horse, Farfenugan, I'd be driving a lot faster.
Excuse me, my lord. I can't hear you speak. Can you speak up?
I said if I had Farfenugan, I'd be riding.
You guys come into this big cavernous room with a 5x5 foot grid on the floor and cavernous opening in the middle of it. Who knows what could be down there? It's really dark. You can't see down it with your dark vision.
Is there any light that we see in this space? And no passageways.
Only the light from Lord Viktor's lantern.
So did we come from the northeast tunnel?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Simon, where do you think we go next?
He knows that you've traversed your way through these twisty tunnels for about 150 feet or so, and he knows that he's supposed to come to a door to the south where his package is.
So confidently I can move to that. Yeah, I would not want to even... I wouldn't even be looking at the other doors because I'm sensing this.
There's a door to the north, a door to the west, a passageway that goes back off east to southeast. And so when you guys come through that passageway up in the northeast corner, you can see the door that you think it is, that it continues south. That's your doorway.
There it is.
And you confidently stride out into the cavern to go and put your half-elvish hand on the door. What are you doing?
I'm gonna actually put I'm gonna cup my ear.
You're gonna go to the doorway and listen?
My hands are against my ear and listen into the space.
What are the rest of the party doing?
I'm just goading Lord over and over again. Goading.
Lord Viktor.
Leonardo, let me tell you. Lord
Tell me about your horse.
Viktor von Stein has been a very master swordsman.
His voice is echoing all throughout the cavern.
I disarm your rapier with no problem with 2 swipes of my sword.
Are you challenging me to a duel, Lord?
I could duel you any time, but I know I'm too good.
Simon turns around and slaps Viktor.
No, you can't. You can't because you're on the southern end of this cavern. So each of those grid squares is 5 foot squared. So these guys are up on the other side of the cavern doing this, and like way in the background, you're trying to listen to this door.
Damn it! I turned around like I was gonna slap him because I thought he was behind me, but he just wasn't there. And I was like,
It's so loud.
Where will you train? Will you train in the arts of fighting?
You look behind you, and like 40, 50 feet away, you can see these two that are still at the mouth of that cavern opening, and this Tabaxi cat's just got his paws crossed, his chest, and his foot back up on the cavern behind him like James Dean, and the Lord is just preaching at him.
Tell me what hand is your dominant hand, because I will switch my hand, and I will use my left hand to do.
They're chatting about swordplay.
I instantly draw my sword, and I center my hat in the center of my head,
and I say,
I was trained on the ships of Waterdeep in an infamous pirate legion. So, if I was you, I'd reconsider your proposition for a duel.
You were trained by pirates! I was trained by one of the weapon masters of Daggerford. That's where I come from.
Sounds like nonsense. Draw your blade.
I'm not here to fight you. I'm here to do a quest for Mr. Simon Scarrburrow. But let me tell you, Lord Viktor von Stein is not afraid to duel you now. I can do it later once we've accomplished our quest.
As he finishes up his spiel, 6 drow soldiers stick their head out of that cavern to see what the fuck is going on. Everybody roll initiative.
out of what cavern? The southern door?
No, that big scar in the floor, that's big enough for a person to get through.
Oh, wow.
A humanoid.
okay.
A humanoid to get through.
7.
And
Not
Victor
great.
rolled 13.
I rolled an 18.
Granted, I was leaning my head against the door, listening ever so silently.
You brought the worst people.
A loudmouth lord and a disregarding cat.
I want you to know, my behavior is exactly how a cat would be in
I
real life.
agree. Lord.
I have skewered lords for less.
Not this lord. I might mind you that I'm very well trained in the art of fighting.
You disrespected me by challenging me to a duel. It is a cat's honor to
Well,
duel.
I'll tell you this. You, at the end of the day, will kiss my ring and show respect to Lord Viktor von Stein.
I just squint my cat eyes and furrow my whiskers at you.
You will regret that sometime, because you would see Lord Viktor von Stein will own Baldur's Gate at some point in time.
The only thing you will own is the other part of my blade.
It looks like we have some company here.
The drows they're climbing out of this cavernous pit, and they all rolled higher initiatives than you, and they're all gonna go first. So they all kind of look like a team of some sort with the uniform that soldier drow wear.
You can see in the dark, too.
And they're going to cast fairy fire on you. All 6 of them. So make a dex save, I think. Hold on, one sec. Yeah, everybody make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh. 22.
13.
9.
The Tabaxi will fail the dex saving throw, which means that he starts to glow with this purple light. Objects and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radiance. So that was 3 of them. There are 2 of them left that have not done their action yet, and they will try to go for the Tabaxi. What is your armor class?
16 right now.
Both of them miss you.
All right, so as one misses me, I'm going to riposte.
It is your turn.
All right, so he misses me, and one of my combat maneuvers says riposte.
Okay.
And basically, whenever a creature misses me with a melee attack, I can use my reaction to expend one superiority die to make a melee weapon attack against
Do
them.
it. This
So-
will be your reaction, and then you'll take your turn. So yeah, 2 of them, 3 of them popped out behind the cavern, to the north of the cavern, and the other 2 ran over at you and the Lord.
Okay, 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, let's see the damage. 13 damage.
Oh my god, you killed it already.
I just.
You felled it in one blow. With what did you attack with?
So basically, my character, you watch as he just turns and puts his sword up to his nose, and then as they come and he dodges out of the way, he skewers one of them and puts it to the ground. And then
he'll take his turn.
yes, so I'm going to not move out of his combat range. I'm actually going to dance around him, so I'm like behind him. But obviously, he can turn around. But I just kind of move it around. And then I'm going to strike at him again with a rapier attack.
Go ahead and roll.
Only a 13.
That misses. And what else would you like to do on your turn?
I think I have. Can I attack with a? No. All right, that's gonna be it for now.
Alrighty, so there are 3 of them on the other side of that ravine in the middle of the room, and there's one facing down with the Tabaxi and the Lord. And it is Simon's turn, and you are at that southern door. None of them have seen you yet.
They have not seen me yet.
No. They didn't notice you because of all of the chatter coming from the northeast corner of the cavern.
So
And you're in the dark, and the lantern is over there. Not that they have superior dark vision or whatever, anyways, but they came out to look at the Lord spectacle.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll try to move behind a few of them and give them a short sword attack. Maybe
You're going to the ones nearest you, to the north of you.
Nearest me, yeah. That's correct.
Yeah, there's 3 of them. You're going to take them on by yourself.
That's right.
Okay.
You damn right.
Okay, just checking.
You know how I do.
You won't get your sneak attack.
Well, would they not be surprised by me?
They didn't.
Yeah, why the fuck not? I'll give it to you.
Yeah, because
I
they
mean,
were
if
focused
you
on.
said they didn't see me.
You have advantage on the attack. Fuck yeah, you do.
Yeah, they were focused on Viktor and Leonardo, weren't they?
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
If that's the reason why I asked if they weren't, or if they didn't see me, then the sneak attack would be applied.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. So yeah, I'll do that to nearest one. Oh gosh, 24 to hit.
That hits.
I would imagine that would hit. And then, oh gosh, I don't even have enough die to do this because I was not prepared. But we'll just give it some rolls here. 2, 5, 15 total with the sneak attack damage.
Oh, you murdered that one.
Okay. Then
I lied. There's 3 of them left there. There was 4 of them on that side. I'm sorry. Go ahead. That doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. There's more of them. That's all that you've seen.
Exactly. Yeah. And then I'm actually gonna move. If I have any other movement left, I'll move away from them. And
How much movement do you have?
I probably had another 10.
How much do you have total?
I probably had another 10 feet left of movement.
We'll just say you snuck up and assassinated one of them without the other ones even noticing you, and snuck back away again.
Yeah, and I mean, I would say that I could have some cunning action to get me out of that if I needed to, but
yeah, you have cunning actions. You can use hide or any of that shit. You can go hide as a cunning action.
That's what I was thinking.
You can hide in that cavernous pit as a cunning action if you want, but where would you hide? You just like duck around the corner. You duck around the corner with the rest of your movement. So we'll say you're hiding in that cavernous opening.
Okay.
And with that is their turn, and they are gonna try to swarm the 2 of those guys on the other side. And one of them, Leo, what is your armor class again?
16, but I can do some things if they hit me.
Okay, 2 of them have missed, and one of them has rolled to hit you.
Oh, 2 missed, 1 hit. All right, I'll riposte one of the ones I missed.
Okay, roll that attack.
That's not gonna hit. It's a 12.
Yes, that misses.
All right.
And that is your reaction.
Mm-hmm.
And you will take 8 points of slashing damage from a sword hit to the side, to your ribs. And there's 3 of them facing down on you, and it is your turn.
Oh, God. And I'll go after the one that just hit. Regular attack first?
Yeah.
Oh, another miss. And then I'm going to action surge another attack.
Okay.
All right, 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage. This is the original one, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. 9 damage.
Yeah, you kill him. And can you do anything else on your turn?
And then how many do I have around me?
You are left with 3 of them facing down on you. They've run across from where they popped out of the ravine. Yes, they're all facing you head on because you kind of are in that bottleneck, so they can't get all around you. So they're facing the 2 of you head on, clotheslining the 2 of you and the Lord.
I'll stand there, just my left arm behind my back and my right arm forward with my rapier.
And that brings us to Lord Viktor von Stein.
Lord Viktor von Stein uses his...
You have 3 drow warriors coming at you with swords.
Not a problem. I use my knowledge of the College of Swords, and I will attack, and I will hit using a slashing flourish.
That's a 20.
It hits.
Slashing flourish. So I use a D. Expend your body. 8 plus 6. So I rolled 8 and 6, 14. 14 points of damage to. I expend my bardic inspiration to deal extra damage equal to.
No, you don't need to. You took him out already, my lord.
Okay, the number and.
My lord, that one you skewered on the end of your rapier.
And any other creature within 5 feet.
Any other creature.
Yes, correct.
There's
Any other
2 more.
creature
What?
Within 5 feet.
That happens what?
I do 14 more points of damage to any other creature within 5 feet.
Any other?
Yes, that's the wording. Any
What?
other creature within 5 feet of you.
What's the?
Slashing flourish.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not familiar.
Yes, it's from the College of Swords.
Oh.
Whenever you take
Oh.
the attack action on your turn, until the end of the turn, if a weapon attack hits, you expend 1 use of your bardic inspiration to deal extra damage equal to the number you rolled on the die to the target you hit. And any other
That's
creature
just your
within 5
extra
feet.
damage.
That's just extra
Just
damage.
That's
right?
your-
Okay.
So what did you roll on the
So
D6?
The D6 was 5.
So
So
the other
it
2 of
would
them will.
take 5
will
damage.
Yeah,
Okay.
the other 2 will take 5
Yeah.
All
damage.
right.
Yeah.
And I am done.
All right. Four of them are now dead. 2 of them have been cut up with a flourish of the Lord von Victor van Stein's rapier. It is now Simon Scarrburrow's turn. He is hiding inside the crevice in the middle of the room.
And can I see any of the? How many are left?
You've been watching this whole thing go down from the crevice. You can
Oh.
definitely get eyes on it from your hiding place. And you see 2 of them are left standing, and you've just seen the Lord put his flourish into each one of those.
Okay. Well, not that this matters too much, but I will use my second story work to hop out of this crevice without unimpeded from my movement. So that shouldn't burn any extra movement climbing out. I would imagine.
Yeah, you're about 30 feet away, but you can have all your movement on the floor.
On the floor, back
Yeah.
out. Are they aware of me, or are they
No,
backs to me?
no
They're
one,
back-
none of them saw you at all. You
And
were
I'm
like a
gonna-
thief in the night.
Then I'm gonna ever so smoothly roll up behind another one with another sneak attack, if quite possible, of course.
It is.
DM approved.
DM approved.
And so to hit, these rolls are high tonight. 23,
Hits.
and
Is the one on the left or the one on the right? Your left or your right?
my left.
Okay, you go for the one on the left.
Yeah.
And with what weapon? Short sword?
I had the one short sword out this whole time.
Yeah.
$19.
Damage?
Yeah. 18.
Cut his fucking head off.
Yeah.
Anything else on your turn?
I guess I really don't need to disengage.
You could use your cunning action to do some things. You could help
I could.
somebody. You could.
You can't use help.
That's only
as cunning action,
mastermind.
I don't think.
I don't know.
It's.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's mastermind.
That's where I'm confused.
So it's dash, disengage, and hide.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you for that call. I'm just used to seeing one of these players use it all the time. That's all.
And then the dash might just get me away from this space because since I'm not engaged with anybody because I just chopped somebody's head off.
The other one didn't even notice. He's got his eyes on the Lord.
Second attack that I've just attacked somebody and then they have not noticed at all.
They didn't know what hit him.
Didn't know what hit him. And I guess I'm gonna move back into the crevice.
Okay.
And a dash should get me back there.
Yeah, it would. You jump back in the crevice.
Yeah. This is hilarious. Somehow I'm able to hop in and out of a crack in the floor and murder.
So the other two of you see this shadowy figure pop up and take one of the drow that's onsetting you out completely. He falls to the ground, and you just roll stealth for me, would you?
That's right.
Simon, roll stealth for me.
That's a dice on the floor. That's dice behind the... Oh, that's a 19 on the raw roll.
You guys don't see where he went with his movement. And it is now the drow's turn, and he will try to strike back at the Lord. And he rolls a natural 1 and stabs himself in the foot.
It's because of my superior armor.
Of course, Lord.
Yeah. it's Leonardo's turn. We're trying to finish it.
Leonardo, I don't
Finish
know
him!
if you can do as much damage as I have done within this one round, but let's see what you can do.
There you are, you putty
feline.
lord. All right, and I will charge the last one.
You will kiss my ring at the end of all of this. I have a very shiny ring. I
You
am
guys-
the Lord.
You guys can see, because there is still this dim, shadowy lamplight there, you see this fucking Tabaxi
And natural
pounce
20.
on the final drow.
So
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Of course.
Good job.
13
Drow
damage.
fucking didn't stand a chance. You kill him.
Well, he's
How does it go
attacking
out?
the Lord, right?
He was attacking the Lord last you saw.
Okay, so I want to spin him around and cut his throat, and then as the blood's spitting out, I want to turn him around on the Lord. So all the blood spits on the Lord's clothes.
Oops.
My bad.
What is going
Now,
on here? This is disgusting. I'm going to need a bath now.
You can afford it.
And you guys are out of initiative, and I guess we need to quit.
Hell
We'll
yeah.
end the session here. We'll call it here. We've been playing a good fucking 4 hours almost.